Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You know that thing about wanting to be invited but not wanting to go?
That's the story of John Jay right there.
Story of my life. Like, there's certain things, though, that I think in my life, I go, oh, that would be cool to go, but I don't really want to go. And I got invited somewhere this morning, and it's really cool. It's nowhere ever in a million years I'd want to go by myself, but I feel kind of cool that I got invited. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really, really cool. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I got invited to Burning Man.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know what Burning Man is, Kyle?
Festival?
Yep.
Do you know what it is?
It's a music festival.
I don't think so. I don't know what it is.
I thought it was a music
I don't think it's a
festival.
music festival. I think it's an art festival.
Yeah, there's
Art?
music there.
Like that.
But it's not like a Coachella.
No, it's a little more.
And they burn something.
Yeah, at the end of it, but there's music there.
I don't know what it is. I just always heard about it. Never. Like, I know what Coachella is. Burning Man, don't know. I just know it's always been cool.
And then they burn the guy at the end.
Everybody I know that's ever been is really cool. And I got invited.
Burning Man is a week-long, large-scale desert event focused on community, art, self-expression, and self-reliance.
Sounds freaky.
Sounds cool.
Right?
A week, though? How long would you have to be there?
Oh,
Have to
I don't know.
camp overnight?
The invitation, here's where they lost me. Click here to get your RV.
Pass.
No thanks.
There is music. We collect musicians into groups, give them a chance to practice with each other, and then spread them around the great circle with the fire conclave.
Okay.
On the night to burn.
I've seen this movie
To
before.
fill the air with music. Yeah. Are you going to go be in a...
This reminds me of like Midsummer. It's the vibe it's giving me.
So yesterday, you want to hear something? I'm going to share something with you totally terrible. Terrible. I debated whether I should bring it up on the air, but it's a true story. And some of the story that I'm about to tell you has never really come up on the air, I don't think. So yesterday, I was going to go meet my buddy to go hiking, right? 12:45, meet at his house to go hiking. I'm leaving the gym where my doctor is, and she says, hey, and I'm like, I don't want to be late. I like to be, and it's a 10-minute drive. So I knew that I had to be out of there by 10:35 to be at his house, 10:35 to 12:45. And at 12:30, she's like, there's somebody here that would like to say hi to you. Would you mind saying hi to them? I'm like, no problem. And this person is getting into a hyperbaric chamber. So they're on a gurney. And I walk in and say hi. And the guy just had spinal fusion surgery, right? And he's on a gurney. And he listens to the show. And he works for Parker & Sons. And he's a real nice guy. And he's been to my house before, right? So we said hi to him. And then my doctor says, here's his wife. Say hi to his wife. And I was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And then my doctor says, tell him the story of your baby to the woman. She goes, oh, our son, he's 13 years old. She goes, now keep in mind, now I'm getting anxiety because I know I have to be somewhere by 12:45. And they're really nice people and I want to meet him. She goes, 14 years ago, we were listening to you guys on the show. We listen every day. And you guys were talking about your intern, Brad. And she's like, I'm pregnant and we don't know what to name our son. And Brad, an intern Peyton, great guy. And I called him Maverick. I said, you look like Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, good looking guy. Mm-hmm. So they were listening and they were like, that's it. We're going to name our son Maverick.
Oh, wow.
And so our son is 13. His name is Maverick. And he's 13 and like going to become a pilot in pilot school already.
Really?
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Right? So I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. So the dad's in the gurney, about to be put in a hyperbaric chamber. The mom's sitting in a chair. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be, it's 12:39. I have to be there in 7 minutes, and I am 10 minutes away. And I go, oh man, that's great. I go, oh, you know what happened to Brad? You guys know what happened to Brad.
Yeah, very much so.
And they're like, what happened to Brad? I'm like, he was working on his car in the garage, and the jacks fell, and the car landed on him and crushed him, and he died.
Yeah.
Right?
So
And they both look at me, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, anyway, I'm sure your son will be fine. Because, they touch everything.
gosh.
And then I was like, okay, I got to go. And I walk out with my doctor, and she's walking me out, and she goes, you probably didn't have to tell that part of the story.
Yeah, no.
And I go, no.
You could have just said
Probably
congratulations.
not. Yeah, but I was like in a hurry.
Like, what made you think that would end
Because
it?
they
Like,
tied it to Brad. They named the kid because of Brad. They named him
Well, as soon
Maverick.
as you said that, I got all the feels.
Right.
I would have probably had to say, "What a great tribute," and that would have probably. Led
I
to the
should
story.
have. I don't speak like you, Rich.
No, I know.
I would have never in a million years said, what a great tribute. But I said, you know what? If I'm going to wait until I see them again,
Say
what a
that.
great tribute.
They
Yeah.
probably want to avoid you now. They're like, this dude's Debbie Downer
Tell me
over
about
here
it, man.
about the kid.
Tell me about it.
This is like what we used to do. John Jay Rains on your parade. You tell John Jay something good, and he'll tell you why it's not so good.
I couldn't stop thinking about it. I feel terrible.
It keeps you up at night. Are you waking up in the middle of the night thinking about that? Because that would keep me up at night.
Well, it only happened last night, so no.
Oh, okay.
It happened yesterday, no. There's not a lot. There's not a lot to keep me up. I'm so deep sleep deprived. I have to sleep during the night. Nothing. Except my sleep apnea mask last night was leaking air, and my wife started poking me at 10 o'clock. That's annoying.
That's fun to wake up to. That's pleasant.
that's annoying for you
Yes.
that she woke up because it was annoying to her.
But I don't hear it. I got there's
Of course not. You
it
got
comes
your-
out of the side of the
You got
I
your
guess.
noise canceling headphones on and your Darth Vader mask on. You're not hearing anything.
Hairphones.
You need to get your wife like a million Christmas presents for just dealing with you
Yeah.
year round.
You basically need to do what Travis Kelce did for Taylor Swift's birthday, but
Oh,
for
God.
Blake for Christmas.
Speaking of shopping, tell us, Kyle, about the experience you had with your kids shopping for the angel tree.
It wasn't a great
Oh,
experience.
it wasn't? Oh, I
It
thought
wasn't?
it was.
I mean, no. Well, it was a great experience because I'm trying to you try to teach your kids to be good people, right? And for me, part of being a good person is giving back, and doing what you can do to help others around you when you can.
You do that all the time.
And apparently I don't do a good enough job of that. I realized because shopping with my kids we picked 2 hearts off of the angel tree, so we had 2 kids, and I thought it would hit home to my kids more if they were kids that were their ages. So we got a 10-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy, and Easton was like, "But I'm 7." And I was like, "Who cares?"
This already is
Let's
not
go
going
get
well.
some presents.
Did you say who cares like that wearing a Grinch sweater?
So we start shopping, and it's like they start off good because in the car I give them this speech like, "Listen, we're very blessed that you are going to have presents under the Christmas tree this year. But these kids, these hearts, they don't even have parents. They're part of the foster care system. They don't even have parents. They don't have presents that are coming under the Christmas tree. So we want to spread some joy and give them maybe a little Christmas joy." Okay. And they were like, "That's really sad." So it kind of hit them. And so we started off the shopping experience. It was great. They were picking out things that they thought these kids would like, that they kind of like. And then the more we're in the store, the more our kids are like, "Well, can I have this?" And I'm like, "Nope, remember, we're not shopping for ourselves today. We're shopping for other people." "Oh, okay. Well, can I have this?" And I'm like, "No, we're not shopping for ourselves today. We're shopping for other people. Remember, other people that aren't going to get gifts. Well, can you just take a picture of it so that I can put it on my list later?" I'm like, "Oh, you guys."
But that's how it starts now. You're teaching them now. They're still very, very young.
Right.
I mean, that's the age to teach it. It's perfect.
Oh, no, the moment actually came about. We're almost done. We have a few more items left. And Easton starts doing his thing where he turns from a 7-year-old into a 2-year-old. And he starts his body gets all heavy and slumps down.
Every
He's
parent
like,
knows that.
"I don't like shopping for other people." And I'm like, "That's why we need to do it more. That right there is why we need to do it more. You're just showing me a mirror and I'm doing it all wrong."
My son Jake was supposed to drop off all those presents yesterday to DCS yesterday. And Blake goes, she goes, "Yeah, Jake's going to drop off all the stuff." I go, "Great." I come home. She texts me. She goes, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning because he's sick. I go, "He's sick?" I come home. He's on the couch watching TV eating a Subway sandwich. I go, "You sick?" Like, "No." I thought you were supposed to drop off the stuff. "Oh, yeah." So she's doing it.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited Prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Right now.
OMG.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.